Stonedead 2023,
Aye.
5th anniversary.
Yeah.
One of the directors, Mr. Meynell, man alive.
Thank
Who'd
you,
have
sir.
thought that you'd have got to this point?
I know.
5 years, man.
Incredible. Yeah, incredible. It's been brilliant. When we look at the first year, 2018, when there was about 1,500 people here. But we had the mighty Skid Row, and then we've virtually got the same amount of volunteers now as we had in the first year, and everything's just exploded from there. We've got bigger stages, bigger areas, but with that becomes problems, obviously, because I'm operations geezer. Then filling everybody up, and we're at the maximum level now. The car parks are full, the campsites are full, but everybody's having a brilliant time, mate.
People don't realise it's a full year organisation.
Yeah.
To get to like these 2 days. You must keep these places like Staples open because of the envelopes and everything that you see
Yeah.
in the production office is unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've all got our own jobs. We've all got our own civvy jobs. So it's what we tend to do is just all meet up at nights, and we get onto Messenger and do all that, and get on to have all our teams meetings. And because it was originally conceived on a Facebook page, we kind of we're all from different parts of the country, so we put like a pin in the middle of in the country, and we got to Newark, and we all come from there's Geordies, there's Jocks, there's me from even though I don't sound as though I'm from down south. I sound as though I'm a northerner. I actually live down in Gloucester, and then there's all the way down to Cornwall. So the only way we can coordinate things is by meeting up online. So we meet up online, we have little teams, we do it all year round, and then we go back to our day jobs, and then we arrive here on the Monday, some of us before the weekend, just crack on. When it's been sunny all week and all.
And sadly today, the weather, the gods have kind of had a bit of a hissy fit.
Yeah.
Now, putting a lineup like this together is all up to the other director, Mr. Sumby, I believe.
Indeed.
How does he talk to any of you guys about this at all?
Yeah, it's a combination of all of us. He throws out ideas, but he's got a good idea of how to split up the lineup and make sure we've got enough heavy. And with this year, all the bands that are a little bit lighter than we've had in the past, they've all become available in this year. So it appears to be a bit of a lighter lineup, but in future we might have 6 or 7 proper heavy metal bands. It depends whether they all come available, and whether the likes of Made of Stone and Steelhouse and Firebolt and all that, whether they get the headliners and whether they get. So we try and vary it a little bit, which is Blue Oyster Cult. To me, I thought that was a masterstroke by Chris, because it's not something that's such a huge iconic band. It's not a kind of band that regularly headlines festivals of our size in this country. So to have a massive band like that has been excellent for us.
And you should have sold cowbells. You should have done that, shouldn't you?
Yeah. I should have said to Toombs, get a little cowbells. They're better than giraffes anyway.
You've got to say that the supporters of the festival are fanatical. Mm-hmm. The definition of the word fanatical, because the merch rolls out like no one's business. Fair play to Toombs, he does a superb job. The Facebook pages are rammed full of people praising it. What is in the water? What do you think it is that people love so much about this?
I think because it was conceived on a Facebook page, and we're not from the social media type generation, so it was kind of a lot of old rockers saying, "Well, we remember the old days and we remember the Monsters of Rock," and it was kind of conceived that we were on the download page, and we were getting the young kids slagging us off, saying, "Oh, a bunch of old gets like that. If you don't think that 5 days and 3 stages is good enough, why don't you do one yourself?" So we thought, right, let's do a 1 day, 1 stage one, and we'll crack on and do it ourselves. So everybody online was a passionate into rock music. A lot of people go to festivals just for a session sometimes. They don't look at it. But there's something about heavy rockers, and we like it. If you still like heavy rock at this age, when you're in your 50s or 60s, then it's a proper passion. You get people who are saying, "I used to be into Iron Maiden when I was 13, but I grew out of it." Bollocks. If you like it forever, for your life. And a lot of the people that are sat out there, they were with us at Monsters of Rock at Donington in the early 80s, and they went all the way through the 90s, and they kind of missed that simplicity of a one stage, one day event where you could just sit there. If you wanted to sit there, watch the bands. In between the bands, you see the roadies set up. You can go and have a pint. You can talk to friends. Whereas at these multi-stage festivals, you're going, right, that's the end of Kill Switch, so I want to go and run across there, and you miss the first 3 songs, the next one, and then you think, oh no, I've missed this band in this age. So it's a bit more chilled out, and that's the concept behind it,
Yeah, you can just pitch up, and just stay there all day
yeah.
and just enjoy all the bands. And the good thing is as well, you're mixing new bands and old bands. And as you said, if you're a rocker for life. And you love finding new music, like I do, like you do.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And last night was a great example of that. I heard the Karma Effect down at Leo's, down in when they were backing up Mike Gray, and I just thought sounds like Ned MacDonald, this guy, and the songs were just absolutely creaming it, and Henry just absolutely smashed it out. And I said to him that night, you're going to be playing our festival definitely because you've got the voice for it. Kira Mike, she's got a fantastic voice. The songs are all structured, and then you finish off with a classic band. All those three bands last night could have been from the same era. You know, they just got that classic kind of sound. And today, you know, we go back as far as Blowers to Cult, which were a 70s band, and South of Salem, who were playing in a minute, and even more so, Jacob de Raps. You know, I remember Eddie Van Halen from the '84 Donington when he went on stage and he amazed everybody. And Jacob started playing Eddie Van Halen covers. That's how he got into the music business. Now he writes his own songs and he nails it. If anybody gets a chance to go and see him, he's as good as Eddie Van Halen ever was, which is quite a bold statement. Yeah.
Which is a UK exclusive as well. They haven't played here yet.
No, absolutely. And presumably this interview will go out afterwards, so they will already know about the fly past that's already gone past. So hopefully it'll go when Jacob's on stage. There'll be a fly past over that we usually get. One of our RAF guys gets a Lancaster bomber to go across. So Mr. Draps will probably think that that's a regular thing at a UK festival. Like, oh yeah, look, they throw Lancaster bombers across the stage as you're about to play. So he'll go back to Canada and say, "Good, you want to play in the UK, man? They do fly past for you and everything."
And looking forward to the next 5 years then, do you think it's going to grow a lot? Or are you going to keep it as it is, keep it in an organic state, as they like to say?
Yeah, I think it's shown this year. We've upped it by about 500, and to between 500 and 1,000, and it's shown. Everything in the car park has been tight, and it's a little bit. Everybody's a bit more stressed. When everybody started turning up yesterday, it was just a bomb burst. Everybody came on the site, and it looks like we're at our limit. And when you do start getting over, 5, 6, 7, 8, you can start getting into the realms of you need a lot more security. Our security is kind of in the background. If something kicks off, they'll deal with it, but it's trying to be in the background, and they mix with volunteers who are rockers already. So you get that kind of banter with the audience, and you don't get that, that front-facing security that you get at a lot of big festivals where they just stare you down and go through your pockets, and it's a little bit more, like a football match. So here it's that kind of, it's remaining a nice little festival at the moment, but it's nice enough to be packed so that when the bands get their photograph on the stage, it still looks mobbed at the back, but it's enough to to be still quite intimate.
Who would be your ultimate booking for Stonedead?
I've over the years I've gone a little bit softer, and I love Shinedown, and I know that Lou loves Shinedown as well, but I'm not sure that Chris is on the same line as us. But it depends, you see. There's that level, isn't there? At the moment, we're at that level where we can headline for 5,000 or 6,000. When you go to the Shinedowns and the Disturbed and stuff like an Alter Bridge, it's kind of the next, 10 or 11, 13,000 type of festival. So we're looking at that level. But I've loved Saxon all my life, and Saxon would be the ultimate booking for me. I saw him at Manchester Apollo 1982 on the Eagles Landing Tour, and that was my first ever concert I ever went to. So to get Saxon and hear those classic songs banging across there would be the ultimate for me.
I think many people would agree with you. Neil, thanks very much for your time.
Tosh, it's an absolute pleasure, my friend.
Cheers. Thank you.
Superb.